Okay, this is going to be the notes for lesson 8-6. And as a review in the last chapter, I would have given you something like this and asked you to simplify it. So just keep in mind that we would have FOILed this out, right? 2x times 3x is 6x squared. 2x times 5 is 10x. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3x. And negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. And then we would have combined like terms and got 6x squared plus 7x minus 5. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing, so if we kind of look here, remember this is what we did when we did 4-term grouping. Okay, so we group, we pull out our GCFs. So here what we're going to do now is they're going to take the middle and put it together, but now we're going to have a number out front. So in the last lesson we just had a 1 out front. Now we're going to have a number out front, and we're going to have to figure out how do we get these numbers out here in front. Okay, so just keep in mind we are reverse foiling. That's all we're doing here. Factoring is the opposite of foiling. Okay, so when we do this at Cathedral, they're asking you to do a guess and check. Okay, so they will say, okay, you know your factors of the first guy are 1 and 7. The factors of the back guy are 1 and 4 and 2 and 2. And so your job is to sit here and guess and check until you find something that gives you this answer right here. All right, and so you might throw down like a 1x and a 7x, okay, because the first always breaks up into the first part. And then on the back side, since these are all positives, I'm going to put positive, you might throw in a 1 and a 4. And then your job is to FOIL it out and see, okay, that's 7x squared plus 4x plus 7x plus 4. Okay, now does that work? Well, no, because it didn't get me 29. So you know that combination doesn't work. And then your job would be then, okay, I'm going to use the 1, 7, and the 2, 2. And the sad part is if that didn't work, then you would have to flip something and do this. And then do the exact same thing again, but now with a 7, 1 combo. Okay, so you can guess and check 4, 5, 6, 10 times before you find a right answer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a method to get to this answer right here, to get to this, well, to get to the correct answer, since this isn't correct, but to get to the correct answer without necessarily doing a ton of guessing and checking. We'll do a little bit, but we won't have to just keep going through every single number over and over and over until we find something that works, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of erase all of this. And let's take a look at a way that we can do this without guessing and checking and guessing and checking and it taking us 10 minutes to do a problem, okay? So when we are foiling, right? When we FOIL, we are looking at, think about what the, let's come back up here real quick. Think about what the FOIL means, right? We know that it means first, outsides, right? We multiply the outsides, insides, we multiply the insides, and the last, we multiply the last. So our focus is actually going to be right here. It's going to be the O and the I in FOIL, okay? The outsides and insides. So that's going to be our focus. So when I make my list, just like we did when we had a 1 out front here, I am going to go ahead and keep this 1 and 7. So let's keep that. So I've got 1 times 7, and then I've got 1 times 4 and 2 times 2 on the other side here. Okay, and what I'm going to show you is a way to kind of check it to see if we can get to 29 right away instead of writing, foiling, and it taking forever. So we're going to do 1 times 4 is 4. 7 times 1 is 7. Now, does that get us to 29? No, it sure doesn't. Okay, so then we're going to erase that, and then we're going to go to the next one. Okay, and then I'll do the next one here. And 1 times 2 is 2. 7 times 2 is 14. Now, does that work and get me a 29 when I add? The answer is no. Okay, so now, when that happens, you're going to flip and try another set of numbers and see if it works. So again, outsides, multiply your outsides. 7 times 4 is 28. 1 times 1 is 1. Now, when I add that, does that get me to a 29? Yes, it does. Okay, so I have found the combination that's going to work. I know I've got a 7-1 and a 1-4 combo. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this all down. Now, sign rules are the same as they were in the last section. So if it's all positives, we know that we're going to have all positives down here. Okay, so now these are going to be your front numbers. Okay, the fronts. This is your fronts. This is what I'm talking about. The front of each factor. Front. Okay. So I've got a 7 and x, okay? Just keep in mind that x squared still getting broke down to x and x, which we've been doing the whole time here. And then this is going to be a 1x, okay? Now, these guys right here are your back numbers, so they go on the back side of your factors. Okay, so we said that the 1-4 combo here works, so we're going to put a 1-4, keeping it in order. That's important. So we're going to do 1-4. Okay, so now we think we have something that works here. Now we're going to check it and just make sure, but we think that this is probably going to be our answer. So I've got 7 times 1 is 7x squared. The 7 times 4 is 28x. 1 times 1 is 1x. And 1 times 4 is 4. So now when I combine that middle there, that 28 and 1, that's giving me 29x plus 4. So now does that get me back to the original? Yes, it does. Okay, so checking is going to be really important today on these. Okay, all right, so let's try again. Okay, so first let's make a list. Okay, so I've got 1 times 5, 1 times 6, and 2 times 3. Okay, now we are looking at our outside and insides, and we want to get to the middle, which is a 13. Okay, now if we're paying attention to our signs, notice that it's all positives. Okay, so we know that we're going to have positives down below when the time comes. So I'm going to take 1 times 6 and get 6. 5 times 1 is 5. Now when I add that up, does that get me to the 13 in the middle? Nope, so that's not an option. So we're going to go to the next one. I've got 1 times 3 is 3. 5 times 2 is 10. Now, does that get me to a 13? Well, yeah, it sure does. So I've got a 1, 5, 2, 3 combo. Okay, so again, I'm going to write down my factors. Remember, these are your fronts, so they go in the front of each factor. So I've got 1x and 5x. Remember, this is your back sides. So 2 and 3. Notice how I'm keeping it in the exact same order that I found it in. So if it's 2, 3, it stays 2, 3 down here. Okay. All right. And then since it's all addition, we have all addition in here. Okay. So now I think I've got an answer that will work. Okay. Oh, I put backs here just so you know. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and FOIL now. So now it's time for our check to see, does this work? So 1 times 5 is 5x squared. 1 times 3 is 3x. 2 times 5 is 10x, and then 2 times 3 is 6. So now when I combine this and get 13x here, ooh, does that match? And I said, ooh, because it doesn't match. What did I forget there? I forgot my y's, didn't I? Okay, so coming back up here, everything else looked good, but my y's weren't there. Okay, so just keep in mind, like, right, if we've got variables on the back side here, they got to show up on the back side down here. Okay, so now this guy right here is going to be my final answer. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. Okay, now let's pay attention to signs here. So just like in the last lesson, if this guy is a positive, right, it's either going to be a positive times a positive or a negative times a negative. That's the only way to get a positive answer. So I would need a negative times a negative to get the negative there. Okay. Now keep in mind, just like in the last section, same signs we are going to add. So it's just like if it was all addition, just this is, now it's going to be subtraction in this case. Okay. And what I mean subtraction, I mean like we're going to have subtraction or negative signs down in here. All right. So let's start a list. 1 times 3, 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. Okay, so I'm looking for 17 here. So I get 1 and 20 would be 20. 3 times 1 is 3. Now, if we're looking at that, some of you are probably saying, yeah, that's 17, which you're right. But the problem is it's 17 if you subtract. And since we have the same sign, we know we got to add. So this is not going to work. However, if you thought it was work and you put it down in here, when you FOILed it, you'd have found out that it doesn't work. So we're going to go ahead and undo point. I don't know what's happened here. Okay, we'll just erase. Okay, and we're going to go to the next one here. And so now I'm going to take 1 times 10 and get 10. 6 times 2 and get 6. Nope, that's no good. All right, so let's go to the next guy. 1 times 5 is 5. 3 times 4 is 12. All right, that'll add up to a 17. Okay, so I've got a 1, 3, 4, 5 combo here. So again, these are your front ones, right? So this is 1x and 3x. These are your back numbers, 4 and 5. Okay, so now let's run through our check and make sure we got everything right. So we're going to get 3x squared minus 5x minus 12x plus 20. Watch your signs for me there. Okay, so now when I combine these, does that give me a negative 17x? Yes, it does. So this right here is your final answer. Okay, all right. Oh, so on this one, actually, I didn't realize this. I put this in there, but this is a good little talk. First thing we should always do is pull a GCF, right? Technically, that's the very first step, and anything we ever factor, we're going to pull a GCF. Now, the nice thing about pulling GCFs on problems like this is it's going to make your options a lot smaller. It makes your numbers smaller, so therefore you have less options. Okay, so in this one, I'm actually going to pull out a 5, and I'm going to get 2y squared minus 7y plus 6. Okay, all right, so now I'm getting 1 times 2, 1 times 6, and 2 times 3. So now if I'm thinking about my signs again, I have a positive here. So it's either positive, positive, or negative, negative. It's going to need to be a negative, negative to get to that negative 7. So since they're the same signs, we add. So we're going to be adding to a negative 7. All right, so I take 1 times 6 and get 6. 2 times 1 is 2. That's no good. All right, go to the next one. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay. All right, so I have got a 1y and a 2y. I have subtraction. And then my back numbers here will be 2 and 3. So 2 and 3. Now don't forget, you got to pull down that 5, that GCF out front's got to still stay there. Okay. All right, and then you're going to do a check real quick to make sure you've got it correct. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute and get 2y squared minus 6y I'm sorry, 3y. Couldn't figure out what I did wrong there. How about 3? Minus 3y, sorry. Now minus 4y and then plus 6. So now does that combine to get me back to here? Yes, it does. Now, I don't care. You don't have to push that 5 through. Like if you wanted to then go ahead and distribute the 5 through, that's fine. But you don't need to do that. As long as you're getting back to this part right here, you're doing okay. All right, so in this case, this is your final answer. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, so now if we're looking at this, our signs, if it's a negative right here, our positive negative is our only option. So if that's negative, positive negative is your combination. Again, different signs. That means we've got to subtract. Okay, so I've got 1 times 15, 3 times 5. I've got 1 times 4, and 2 times 2. Okay, so I'm looking for something that subtracts to get me to a 4. All right, so 1 times 4 is 4. 15 and 1. Nope, that is not going to get me a 4. Okay, so let's go to the next guy. 1 times 2 is 2. And 2 times 15 is 30. Nope, we're going to go ahead and undo that because that's way too big. All right, now go to the 3. So 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 1 is 5. Nope, that didn't get me a 4 either. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 2 is 10. Now that could subtract and get me a 4, right? And I would probably need to have the 10 negative so that I could get the negative 4 out of that. Okay, so here's my combination here that works. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my front numbers are 3x and 5x. My back numbers are 2's. Okay, now positive, negative. You can throw them down and check it and see if you got it right, or you can kind of think through it just a little bit. So we know that we need the 10 right here, 2 times 5, 10 to be negative. And then we know that we need the outside, 3x times 2, to be positive. Again, if you're not sure, just throw down the signs and let's do a quick check and see if you got it right. If it's wrong, flip your signs and then see if it works. So I'm going to get 3x times 5x, 15x squared, 3x times 2, 6x, negative 2 times 5x is negative 10x, and negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. So now does that combine to get me the negative 4x back up here? Yes, it does. All right, so this right here is the correct answer. Okay, so again, keep in mind that we are going to be looking at positives and negatives here. A positive negative combination, which is subtraction because that 9 is negative. Okay, so I've got 1 times 2, 1 times 9, and 3 times 3. Again, do your inside outsides. So 1 times 9 is 9, 2 times 1 is 2. Nope, that is not going to subtract to get me a 3. Okay, let's go to the next one. 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6. Yeah, that could work. Okay, so if I make this 6 negative, when I put these together, that's going to give me a negative 3. So that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now I've got a 1, 2, and a 3, 3 combo here. So I've got a 1C, 2C. We know we've got 3 and 3. Now again, worst comes to worst, and you're not sure about something, just throw down a sign and let's see if it works. But if I look here, 3 times 2 has got to be a negative 6. And then the 1 times 3 is got to be a positive. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and do my check, see if it's right. So 1C times 2C is 2C squared. 1C times 3 is 3C. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6C. And negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. So now, again, when I put these together, that gets me negative 3C, which does get me back up to here. So this guy right here is my final answer. All right, so on this guy, okay, again, looking at your signs, so this guy's a positive, so it's either positive, positive, or negative, negative. We're going to go with negative, negative since we're in the middle there. I've got 1 times 4, 2 times 2, 1 times 5, okay? All right, so I'm going to do 1 times 5 is 5, 4 times 1 is 4. That is not getting me a negative 3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the next one now. I'm going to get 10 and 2 when I multiply. That's no good. Okay, keep in mind when something doesn't work, you need to flip a list. It doesn't matter which one you flip. So I'm going to flip this one just because it's a smaller list. But in reality, it does not matter which list you want to flip. If you wanted to flip this, you can do that as well. All right, so now let's do our inside outsides. So I've got 1 times 1 is 1. 5 times 4 is 20. That is no good. All right, let's go to the next guy here. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 10 is, 2 times 5 is 10. Well, that doesn't work either. So if nothing works, and you've tried every combination, your answer is going to be prime. But keep in mind, this is an absolute last resort. You will not have very many primes. So don't just throw it down to be throwing it down, okay? Prime is the last thing you want to be putting down. All right, and on this one, just a little trick of the trade here. If you see that these look like they're square rootable, the front and the back, try that and see if it works first. So go ahead and try your 7 times 7 and your 5 times 5 and just see if that gets you to the middle. If not, then make your list and go through it. But just a little trick of the trade. If you can, looks like it's square rootable, just try to square root and see. All right, so 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 5 here is 35. Now, could that get me to a 70? Yeah, 35 and 35 could get me to a 70. So again, your signs, it's either positive, positive, or negative, negative. It's got to be a negative, negative. So I've got 7D. Both are minus. And then I've got 5. Okay. Again, do your check real quick to make sure it all worked out. So I get 49D squared minus 35D minus 35D plus 25. Now, does this, when I combine, get me a negative 70D? Yes, it does. So this right here is your answer. And that concludes notes for this lesson.